Established in 1964, Citizens Ambulance Service is a non-profit corporation that provides emergency medical services, EMS, and non-emergency ambulance and van services to residents of Indiana County and portions of Armstrong, Westmoreland, and Clearfield counties.
Emergency medical services back in 1964 were pretty much non-existent, but Citizens was actually formed out of need where a populace of people, i.e. the citizens, felt as though they needed more reliable emergency medical services, and it has been the mission since day one with Citizens Ambulance Service to try to provide the most effective care and to meet what you need. So my first experiences in EMS were the ones where you were using a hearse, if you will, for a different purpose, in which we would just simply put a light on the rooftop of that hearse, and when someone would call via phone that someone needed help, they would gather us and off we would go.
Citizens Ambulance has 7 stations that operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week across 4 counties in western Pennsylvania: Indiana, Armstrong, Westmoreland, and Clearfield counties. Since Citizens Ambulance operates in such a large area, it takes a lot of EMTs and paramedics to get the job done. Unfortunately, it can be difficult to find well-trained individuals suited for the job.
We need to fill the pipeline again, and we need to make sure that we have the next generation of EMS providers coming in the ranks. And that's been a very difficult process. Let's face it, it isn't the most glamorous job in the world. It can literally be dangerous at times. And it is an environment that you go from 0 to 60 in seconds. If we don't train them, we don't have them.
About 5 years ago, Citizens Ambulance began a formal collaboration with the Indiana University of Pennsylvania. This collaboration focused on training new emergency medical technicians and paramedics. With this collaboration, IUP is on its way to becoming an accredited EMS training center.
The classes here at Citizens Ambulance Service at the Training Center, we hold in conjunction with our partners at the IUP Institute for Rural Health and Safety. And many of the trainings are centered around introductory training for people to become certified as emergency medical technicians or as EMTs, and then at the next level for paramedic training. We also do training for the public in CPR and first aid.
99% of our classes are, hands-on.
We use a lot of simulated mannequin training, set up different scenarios out in the field using just everyday equipment, vehicles, and things of that nature to kind of give people a real-world view of what their training would look like in real life.
So in order to be certified in some of those skills, they would need to demonstrate, on mannequins or the various tools that we have available, proficiency with that skill.
As part of the training, they do indeed have some clinical component, which includes not just working with the EMS agency on the truck for their clinical time, but also in the hospital, including in the OR, in the ER of the different hospitals, on the truck, in the ambulance. It's all a part of that they have to complete with their training. Classes at the center are held, we have 2 options for most of them. You can either do it in person here at the training center, or in the case of the EMT class, it's a hybrid option where you take the class mostly online and then you can do the in-person portion of the training throughout the semester or throughout the term of the course.
The classes range from maybe 1-hour class to multiple days. The EMT class is up to 6 months, depending on whether it's the hybrid class or a traditional instructor-led class. The IUP program offers paramedic class, which will be an entire year.
IUP now becomes a big player in EMS training, not only simply at Indiana, Pennsylvania, but from here north. It's very difficult to find, especially in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, accredited EMS training centers, especially advanced life support accredited EMS training centers. And IUP is well on its way of getting that accreditation completed. They're already in the process.
But people automatically think of EMT training or paramedic training as specific to just working on an ambulance. In actuality, many of the people that have passed through our doors over the 50+ years that we've been here have gone on to do other things or used it adjunct to their other careers, be it in business, safety science, education. There's plenty of other applicability for having those emergency medical services training and certifications so that you're not just limited to working on an ambulance.
Exposing you to this method and exposing you to the core curriculum will pay dividends beyond belief. It's a resource, it's a tool, and more importantly, it's a skill set that is readily available to every student at IUP. At the West Pike Training Center, I can't tell you how important it is and how it can open other opportunities for you.
If you are interested in taking paramedic or EMT classes and training, please visit www.asmgt.com/training for more information. Though the area that Citizens Ambulance operates in is large, it is mostly rural. Because of this, the number of calls they receive is relatively low. Over the years, it has become increasingly more difficult for Citizens Ambulance to keep operating with the revenue from these calls alone. In order to solve this problem, Citizens Ambulance began offering a membership service. These memberships ensure that Citizens Ambulance has the strong financial foundation required to maintain and improve the quality of their services. Their membership comes with benefits. With a membership, you can save on out-of-pocket expenses if you need to use an ambulance, and it is also an investment in the community.
In a rural context especially, there just is not enough call volume out there to sustain the organization by call volume by itself. We've always offered membership value. Therefore, if people want to see the quality and see the quality of not only the organization, but the effectiveness and quality and professionalism of the EMTs and paramedics, from their training down to the application that they do on a daily basis, then we're all going to have to invest in that. EMS is a vital public service that we need to make sure is in place no matter where you live in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and well beyond.
If you're interested in becoming a member of Citizens Ambulance, visit their website at www.asmgt.com/membership.